finally back to normal weather here in the blessed land of southwest Wales. Got some dark skies in front of me. Those of you that know this area where I live, you'll recognise this as Pontardawe, and it's like a valley really that heads towards up to the Brecon Beacons, or one of the valleys. And I'm riding up it now, and it's a Sunday morning, it's dead quiet. To be honest, I wouldn't usually come up here because it is like quite a busy road, but it's amazing what a Sunday morning does. It's completely dead. So what I'm doing today is I'm riding out to the Brecon Beacons, and I'm going to take in a climb called the Devil's Elbow. Some of you will know if you've done the Dragon Ride, which starts in Talbot, or Margam rather to be more precise. It's an absolutely epic sportive, kind of on the Gran Fondo kind of scale. The Devil's Elbow is in the middle of that whole ride. I'm riding out, which is going to take about 2 hours, and I'm going to give myself a chance to go full pelt on the climb. And I got to get used to these shorter climbs now with hill climb season coming up. I got to get used to doing these short hard efforts, and it just so happens that, Andrew Feather, if you're watching this by the way, like I'm not deliberately going after your KOMs. You just so happen to have so many KOMs that wherever I look and the climb that I choose, you're leading on that leaderboard. For those of you that know, you know that climb is one of the steepest I've ever done. Steeper than that one in mid-Wales that claimed to be the steepest hill in the world. That is steeper, but it's not a main road, so it doesn't qualify. I'm sure you guys know lots of similar roads. With hill climb season now here, like what does my training look like? And I mean, I could give away everything because it's nothing really secret, but I'll call this video a clickbaity video and I'll say giving away my biggest secret. Really what I do is now, because it's all about maintenance, like I'm not trying to gain power, I've done all the work. What I'm really trying to do now is to maintain the power that I've got, but increase my power to weight. So whether that means, you know, taking stuff off the bike to make it lighter, or, you know, watching what I eat, carb cycling, you know, tactics like that, the marginals, just to kind of lose that extra half a kilo or kilo, you know, that really makes a difference at the top end of those results. Yeah, that's what I'm kind of doing now. So all my training, it's basically very simple and kind of easy for a lot of the time, but what it does include is, of course, 1 or 2 hill climbs on the weekend that'll actually be events, and then during the week I'll try and do 2 efforts at least that'll be different lengths. So we're looking at still maintaining that kind of, you know, the long duration power, so the 20-minute and above, because there are some hill climbs that are that long, or at least, you know, longer than 10 minutes, but also the short duration. But the short duration efforts I have to be fresh for if I want to get the most out of. So it's all about balancing that in the week. A lot of my training during this period is very much based on feel. The numbers itself, the training itself, you know, the specifics are based on numbers, but in terms of what I do on the day and what I do kind of, you know, in 2 or 3 days time is based off of feel. So how did I feel in the efforts on Monday, and then how does that translate to what I'm going to be doing on Wednesday? And sometimes it can change, you know, on the morning. It's very flexible, but what I also try to do is I try not to go too deep. And this is easier said than done, really kind of working on that freshness and that high-end power. It's very easy to go over the top when you feel good as well, and you're motivated, say, after a good result on the weekend. So for me, I always limit my rides to a maximum of like 2,000 calories burnt. And the reason being is because of inflammation. It's very simple really. I don't want to put myself in such a hole that I can't train the next day. And I also don't want to put myself in such a place where I can't complete the intervals. But also, by limiting the ride calorie burned, it's easier to manage what I eat off the bike. And like, watts per kilo is made in the kitchen. Simple as that really. Although that's not really simple, is it? I've not really explained it well at all. But since the Tour de Stations last weekend, I've been kind of just doing whatever I feel like. It's been a week, and it's more about looking after my head than looking after my body. Like doing something that's fun in my training for that week, and well, today obviously. Well, this is gnarly. This is like, well, to be fair, like, you could be anywhere in the UK right now. You could be in Hexr, you could be in the peaks, in the lakes, in the dales. This is Cray Reservoir, well, down there, but you can't really see it, so. I'm just gonna whack the GoPro now in the mount and get some on handlebar footage. Oh, I'm covered in sheep poo. Covered on the bike. I couldn't even drink from this bottle because it was covered in sheep poo, and I didn't want to like get myself ill, you know what I'm saying? Oh, it's under my chain. Oh my word.